Hey, I'm making this vlog because I just tried Tesla version 12 self-driving for the first time. And just to give a little background, I've been a Tesla owner since 2017, and I've owned a 2012 Model S, and now I own a Model Y. That's a 2022, and I've owned it for about a year and a half. Back in 2017, 2018, I tried full self-driving on a loaner car when my car was getting repaired. So I had some experience driving FSD. My car, the 2012 Tesla, didn't have full self-driving capability. But since getting the Model Y, I've tried it. I've had version 11 for the past couple months as a subscription, and I definitely saw big improvements from what I had experienced when I tried full self-driving on the earlier Tesla models that I had tried back in 2017, 2018. And I would say that the level that experience was probably, it felt like version 11 feels like a first-time driver who's been driving the car for maybe a couple weeks, that they're still learning how to drive, but nevertheless, it feels like a human driver that's capable and can stay on the road, and you're not going to worry that it's going to drive off the road and crash, kind of like the full self-driving experience I had back in the 2017, 2018 period, when, yeah, I mean, it was able to stay in lane and so forth, but you had to be cognizant of grabbing the wheel, because at times it felt like maybe the car could drive off the road. And it certainly probably would have. But nowadays, that's no longer a concern. It is able to do a number of different functions to get on the highway, get off the highway, change lanes on the highway, stop at red lights, and pretty much any function that a normal driver can make on the road. But now I just tried version 12 for the first time tonight, and it's the next leap forward. It's definitely a big improvement. It feels, I could say the biggest difference is it feels like a seasoned driver. It no longer has that kind of herky-jerkiness as of yet that I've experienced. It makes very decisive movements, and I'd say it's disturbingly good in that up until now, I've had two trips. Collectively, it's been about 35 minutes of driving. The first trip was about half highway and half back roads. Nothing too complex in there, and just going just above the speed limit, a tad hair above the speed limit during that time. The second trip was all back roads. There was a roundabout, there was a red light situation with a stop on red, turn right afterwards. And not only has there been zero errors so far, it's also been night driving. But there's never, up until now, been an indecisive situation that the car made. And that's been a common theme that I've experienced with full self-driving up until now, is that the car's herky-jerky. It feels not completely decisive when it makes decisions. And again, that's kind of gives it that feeling of a first-time driver kind of feeling. Again, the version 11 still stayed on the road, still did its thing, but version 12 is the first experience that feels just very full self-driving-esque. Feels like now this is really becoming more than just a beta. It's becoming a more polished product, that it's really on its way, and I think the timing's right now. I totally understand the timing of the announcement of, looks like a autonomy day again in August coming up for Tesla. And again, my overall impression up to this point, I was a little bit anxious awaiting that moment when I'd finally experienced the car having trouble for the first time on version 12, and what that would feel like, that same unknowing sense where the car's not really handling the situation as well as it could, or having some kind of issue. But it hasn't happened yet, and I feel like the time is definitely right for Tesla to move forward on this product. And yeah, I'm sure it's very closely tied to a lot of the recent advancements in AI. I myself have studied data analytics and taken a number of AI courses, but it seems as though that it's definitely now becoming a fully realized product.